Welcome to Network Marketing Pro. I'm Randy Gage, sitting in for Eric Worre, who's taking a well-deserved vacation this week. And I want to talk to you about will and the power of will. Here's a question for you. Have you ever sponsored somebody in the business? They know a little bit about the products. They have no idea how the compensation plan works. They would have no idea how to qualify for a bonus car, how to win a free trip. They don't know anything about the infinity bonus or this pool or this leadership, anything. Yet they go out and they sponsor 10 people in a week. You ever seen that? How do they do that? They do that, I believe, because will trumps skill. Now, don't get me wrong. Skills are important, and I really commend you guys who are watching this every day. Eric is teaching you guys some great skills, and skills development is part of that growth process. Developing skills is how we get better at what we do. That's the distinction. When Eric says, my wish for you is that you go pro, you make that commitment and become a professional, that's what professionals do, is they develop those skills. But here's the 4 things I think you need. Number 1 is skills. Number 2 is passion. Number 3 is intensity. And number 4 is urgency. But you know what? Of those 4 things, I think skills may be the least important of the 4. Because if you go out there with passion, intensity, and urgency, people want to be a part of what you're doing. I don't even know where he's going, but I want to go with him. I don't know what she's doing, but I want to do it with her. People like to follow people who are passionate. People like to be part of a tribe, part of a movement, part of something bigger than themselves. And what you see with that new person is they get in the business, and I see this. If I look at my team, I've got a line down in Mexico with thousands and thousands of people that no experience in the business. The top directors in that line were dance instructors. They didn't know how to spell MLM. They got exposed to it. They got excited about it. They got passionate about it. They went out there with intensity. They went out in urgency, and they did great things with it. We saw the same thing in a line in Portugal. I saw the same thing with a line, probably 4 or 5 different lines I have in the United States. People with no experience in the business, but they saw the vision. They got passion. They got, so what do we have passion about? We need to have passion about the products. We need to have passion about the business. Intensity. Why is that important? I think the thing with intensity is you got to go all in. If you look at the most successful people in the network marketing profession, at some point in their career, just like the poker players you see, they got 4 aces in there and they just say, hey, I'm all in. You get to a point where, because what do people do when they get into business? They say, well, I'll give it a try. Okay, you convince me. I'm going to try this thing out. I'll try this and see how it does. No, that doesn't happen. That doesn't work. What happens at some point is they say, I'm all in. Okay, I got it. I really got this. I understand. This is not an abstract thing that works for some people. It works for other people. I own this myself. I know this is going to work for me. So here's what I do. I suggest that get down in the comments and grade yourself on these 4 areas. Skills, passion, intensity, and urgency. Score yourself 1 to 10 and see where you're at, and then see where you can grow. Because here's what I would tell you is, what is this business about? It's about invitations and it's about presentations. When you first start out, it's pretty much about invitations, and having a good one. And later, as you develop your skills, you're going to get to the point where you're going to need to make presentations. But as we talked about in yesterday's show, if you're using third-party tools, you really don't need to have presentation skills to begin, but you do need to have invitation skills to begin. And I'll tell you this, the person who goes out and makes the most incorrect invitations, but does it with passion, intensity, and urgency, they're going to out-earn the person who waiting around to learn how to do the perfect invitation. Same thing with presentations. You say, well, I'm not doing presentation, I'm working on my presentation, and I'm months and months and months of practicing their presentation. They say, I did my first presentation last night, and it was perfect. Let me tell you what I will tell you. If your first presentation is perfect, you waited way too long to give it. Your first presentation should be horrible. Your second presentation should be a little less than horrible. Your third presentation should be okay. Your next one is moving up to mediocre. That's how we grow. That's how we develop those skills. It's like riding a bike. Nobody gets on a bike and just rides away for 20 miles. We've got to have some training wheels for a while, and then we're even going to fall down now and then. But it's like helicopter parents, right? It doesn't help their kids if they're always hovering around and never let their kids ever fail at anything. We all need to fail at stuff. Understand this. Failure is part of the success process. The opposite of success is not failure. The opposite of success is mediocrity. Failure is part of the success process. Failure is what teaches our lessons, helps us grow to that. So please, think about that. Get out there and know that when it comes to meeting people, when it comes to doing our business, will trumps skill every day of the week. Join me tomorrow and we're going to talk about the number one thing that holds people back from success in the business. In the meantime, thanks for being a professional. I'll see you then.